Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Franco, and for my MBA Capstone project I chose Target Corporation as the company I will do research on. About Target, the company is headquartered in Minneapolis in Minnesota. It has global offices in China, Hong Kong, and India. They are strategically located in order to support their operations and make them more efficient. The company is a general merchandise and food items retailer. It has over 1,850 large format stores in the United States. It has recently been adapting the online model of business. It has its fully integrated platform, and it employs over 350,000 people. The purpose and values the company has are to make shopping great anytime, anywhere. They celebrate diversity and inclusion throughout inclusive teams of work, diverse suppliers from not all over the country, but all over the world as well. And they engage with the local community they operate in. They have a design for everybody. Um, it's a fun and rewarding place to work, described by their employees, and they always empower them to have leadership throughout the organization. The key leaders of the company are Brian Cornell. He is the board chairman and CEO. Rick Gomez is the executive vice president, as well as the chief marketing and the digital officer. Don H. Liu is the executive vice president as well, and the chief and legal risk officer. And Michael E. McNamara is also the executive vice president, as well as the chief information officer. I did a SWOT analysis in order to have a deeper insight of the company. The strengths I found are the operational network is the first one. It's strong and diversified. It's extensive and robust since they have over 40 distribution networks and, as I mentioned, over 1,800,000 stores, which makes the operations easier, and it's easier to supply each of the stores. They have a a convenient inventory turnover ratio. The turnover ratio is the amount of days that the company takes to sell its assets, its inventory. For Target, it's 62 days, and when we compare to other competitors in the industry, we find that Kohl's is 107 days and Macy's is 126 days, which makes Target much better in this aspect and enables them to save money on inventory and earn money faster. Their revenue growth is also pretty steady. On average, it grows 3.4% per year. The main weakness of the company is the liquidity position. It is well below average. It suffered a decline in current ratio in the last period, and the consequences of this is that it may limit the company in future opportunities that come. Some of the opportunities the company has is the growth of e-commerce. As we know, uh, e-commerce especially is growing every day. The advancements in technology and all of this allow the company to sell more of its products through the internet. So we find this huge. Buyers are also starting to buy more online. The company's online platform is a big asset in this aspect, and as I said, it's a growing method of buying. So it's important that they focus on this aspect. Also, new product launches. The company works every day to build brand equity through the launching of new brands. The company has its own brands for many of the products, and this has become a huge source of income for the company in the last years. Also, part of the success of this is the good advertisement they have made, and as well as offering more services to customers. It drives up their their brand equity as well as the brands they own. Another opportunity is expanding retail market in the United States. This market, not surprisingly, grows every year. Um, this is something the company can benefit of significantly since it's part of it. The strategic partnerships are also key for the company, and they are an opportunity. They can expand their product portfolio and variety through this. They part of what they are doing in this aspect is they align with ad structure to create a product similar to Amazon's Alexa and make some competition with it. And they also partner with Hunter, the boots maker, to provide a more normal, average lifestyle collection that could be sold at Target store. The main threats the company faces are the increasing labor in the United States. This could affect the margins and the operational efficiency of the company. Since this is a government regulation, the company has to comply with it. And some other regulations the company faces are not only at one level, but at three. They have to comply at federal, state, and local level. So they have to comply with the taxes statutes at each of the levels. And has to be done on a per store basis, which when they have such amount of stores might not only be complex but may cost a lot to the company. And another regulation the company faces is the political or financial instability, which can result in trade restrictions, and this could be very negative for the company since many of its products come from many countries around the world. The third threat the company faces is the dependence on third parties. The company heavily relies on other parties, and whenever a relationship is disrupted, this could affect operations. They mainly outsource technology development systems, digital platforms, distribution networks, and credit and debit cards. So if something happens to the other companies or the relationship breaks among them, this could ruin their reputation, lower their sales, and affect the operation of the company. The core competencies of the company are the distribution network, mainly, as I said, the vast amount of stores and over 40 distribution centers that are strategically located throughout the country make this strength of the company. The highly developed online platform the company has enables it to access a lot of data of their customers and know what they want, and that way they can build trends and advertise more correctly, more on the line. They have strong customer service and well, sustaining competitive advantage. What they have done is they are starting to try small format stores in order to expand distribution networks and reach more urban areas. Target stores, as you know, they are mainly located in the suburbs or outside the cities. So they are trying small format stores in the city in order to deal with this. They are improving the artificial intelligence on online platforms in order to make them more efficient. They are protecting the brand identity, not only by opening their own brands, but by firmly encouraging them and advertise them correctly. And they are also building loyalty with customers through the Red Card program, which offers them some perks when buying there. The growth strategy and results, the expansion of the store network. They opened 15 stores in 2007. They opened the first small format store in 2018, and it plans to invest over $7 billion in 100 small format stores and renovating the large ones. They also trying to work on larger product portfolio through the private brand creation. They are also investing more in digital capabilities in order to make shopping easier and improve sales. And they have made a strategic acquisitions such as Junction, which was a logistics software to support their operations, and Shipt, which is a company that focuses on same-day delivery. The generic competitive strategy is differentiation. They offer high-quality items that are on trend and at reasonable prices. The industry, they operate in the retail sector. This includes discount department store, clothing store, drugstores, grocery stores, warehouse clubs. The size of the industry is around 23,000 US billion as of 2017. The top competitors in it are Walmart, Amazon, Costco, Sears, and among these, Walmart was the first one, and Target was following them, which places them in a very good position. The attractiveness of the industry is very promising for well-established brands. It's valued at as I mentioned, over $23 billion. It's forecasted to reach over almost 32,000 billion in the next 5 years. It's a very mature and highly competitive, and it highly depends on consumer spending trends. So if the economy is doing well, the industry will do well, since more money will be injected to it. And also it's facing a favorable moment as a consequence of the growth of e-commerce. This has hugely boosted the online sales, which are also part of the sales of the company. For there's 5 analysis, I made one, and the threat of new entrants, it's very minimal due to the complexity of establishing all the supply contract leases and competitiveness. Also, the chain stores are very well established. Suppliers have very little power, since the high volumes required by the main companies puts them in a lower position. The power of buyers is very small due to the size of the retailers as well, but they can demand good prices for high quality products. The availability of substitutes, it's it's a unique aspect. In order to have an absolute advantage, a company has to have a very unique product that differentiates from the ones offered in all other companies. So it's a complex item, since they offer such amount of products. The competitive rivalry, it's a highly competitive industry. Its growth is very minimal every year, but it allows companies to earn market share. And an effective way to build rivals is to build loyalty with customers. And this is a presentation of like a table of the main financial ratios of the company. As you can see, the net profit margin is pretty constant, except for the 2015 period, which suffered a loss of 2.25. And the same year, the return on equity was very low. But in general, we can see that all the numbers are quite consistent and positive. You might question about the sales growth for 17. This loss was due to a high investment in new assets and acquisitions. So that's why the company saw that dip, like that decrease in sales growth. But the return on equity is pretty high. The current ratio is also constant throughout the years, and puts the company in a good position. All the numbers are very close or better off than the industry averages, and put the company in a very favorable position in the industry. That's why they are second in the industry, and it's a well-known brand throughout the world. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed my presentation. Bye.